I have the email right here. Scott printed it out for me. I get to the gym today to spar. And Scott goes, Aaron, you're not going to believe this. I go, what? He goes, that fat guy sent me an email again.
The fat guy sent him an email again. Okay. And again, we always have to take what Aaron says with a grain of salt because he is very larger than life
in his own mind.
He's like, the guy was probably just like, Aaron, yo, that fat guy that's accosting you constantly sent me another email. I printed it for you. But instead Aaron goes, yo, I'm your best friend in the entire world. I love you so much, Aaron. You're not going to believe what that fat man sent me. Again, I printed it out for you. Also, can I kiss you goodnight? And can I love you? And will you always never leave me? And you are the best boxer ever. Like that's how Aaron is. He exaggerates. But here's the email. Scott printed it out for him.
And I go, oh no. Now, he sent the email at 11 at night. So that means that the cope was so strong with this person and they were so mad that Scott and I laughed at their attempt to get my membership canceled that they tried sending off a desperate email. Check this out. Now, remember, these are the people who say, oh, Aaron, he just lies. Aaron doesn't confirm our fan fiction. He's lying. We can't be insane. He's lying. So, showed you last night, licensed coach. Just got to take fucking tips for it. Licensed athlete, memberships, books for both.
I don't know what's going on here. I think it's a little wild that they're emailing his gym. Look at his face. I agree with, do I think they're both fucking absolutely ridiculous to even be having this argument? Or the notion that they would box each other? Yes. But then the tweets with Melty, like, just, the fans, do I think it's Melton, as Aaron says, emailing Scott? Probably not. But then I just wonder, like, wow. The people that took the time to say and do all of this. I mean, and they both have solid points. It's like, hey, this is what's going on, but it's not like anybody is feeling uncomfortable about Aaron at the gym. Silly. Melty had no intention of ever boxing Aaron. I wish it would happen. That would be the most embarrassing thing on both sides I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know which would be more embarrassing. But Aaron's got his email here. Scott printed it out for him. So here we go.
Background checks the works. Boy, they seethed over that one. An hour and a half after that, 11:02 is the timestamp on this. Someone was still so worked up and so upset that we got the beat on them on the boxing thing that they pretended, I shit you not.
You are so right. That is the perfect way to put it. Good night, mister. Right. Just go and beat the shit out of each other. It's gayer to just like go back and forth online like that, to be like, well, we need these parameters, but also like the Melton is like, he's not gonna. When I was in Atlanta, they never even came down from the room. Like, just go beat the shit out of each other. It's weird. You're both being fucking weird. From an outsider's perspective, this is fucking. It's a little gay. I mean, it is. It is. the Aaron goes to spar at the gym. Oh man, that fat guy emailed me again, and I love you so much. I printed it out for you. Right? Like, okay, it's ridiculous. Neither had any intention of doing this ever. And anyone that is on the side of either of these people doing this, they're just they're taking you for all you're worth. So if any of you glad that they both have fans, but if you're giving them money over this boxing thing, they know exactly what they're doing, and it's really, really gay. And not in a good fun way, not RuPaul Drag Race gay, like happy, like fun, love and lightness. This is just like, it's lame. That's Keanu's 2 cents.
They pretended to be a Fox 9 reporter. You might, now look, you're a normal person, so you're going to go, that sounds mentally ill.
You talk like a fag, and your shit's all retarded.
So, someone writes, love this, sad Melton. Dude, we're going to go nice and slow over this. So this guy, Luke Watson, sends an email to Scott at 11:02 at night.
Scott!
Now remember, this is big brain shit. He decides at 11:02, he thinks it would be realistic to say he's a reporter from Fox 9.
Okay.
And they're going to do a story on Aaron being a trainer at your gym. They even brought up.
And as much as it pains me, I am on sort of the side of Aaron on this, because I listen, we're fine. Aaron, fine dude, all right? Listen, I know, I understand his foibles and whatever, but he's just trying to live. Melton is, and this is what he has to do. Melton couldn't hack it as, a stand-up, and he knows it bucks to just troll Aaron, and Aaron is easily trollable. But these two acting like that they had ever any intention of fisticuffs, God, I wish I could see it. It'd be amazing. I would buy tickets to that. Get the certifications, both of you. What would that even look like? Oh, a horror show. No one would ever eat again. The haunches. The awkwardness. I mean, that would be amazing. If they were actually going to do it, they would talk to each other like in private and like make it a big event. I mean, and I'm not kidding. They would sell major tickets, but instead, all we have is this ongoing like online thing where, the fans are emailing Aaron's Scott. Boring, but that's all we have, ladies and gentlemen.
Up Stoney's bar. And then saying he's a domestic violence defendant. It's like, well,
Very
for the
true.
people calling me liars, you sure did lie your ass off. So he goes through this whole thing, makes up this whole list. Like, imagine, like, you had to write this fan fiction in your head. You had to imagine this was you and play this character. This is fucking insane. Like, you know how we went through that video taking Patrick Melton and his lies apart, where we went, holy shit, Patrick lies, like the private investigator thing, invents a private investigator in his head, lies about it, but then like builds onto the story of the private investigator that, mind you, doesn't exist. So his followers do the same thing. They're method actors. They're method liars. He pretends to be from Fox 9 and tries to get Scott to respond to it, or they're going.
I believe Fox 9 is the one that, remember when Aaron was featured on Fox 9 for the alleged revenge prawn thing? Okay. Very good, fans. Very good. Very good. I mean, it's not that didn't, he has been proven guilty of it, even though he did send that picture. But there's many layers to that. Okay. It certainly isn't on the internet or anything. Eugene and I we only could just tell the truth. All right. That's it. But, and if you know anything about Aaron, you know that he got out first of the horrific situation with horrific, awful Rekieta and his drug house and all that stuff, allegedly. That remains to be seen what will come of that, but it doesn't look good. So, but anybody, and I've said this since the beginning, people make money off of Patrick Melton. All he wanted was to be a showgirl, and then it wasn't a showgirl, and then it was a stand-up comic. Couldn't do that either. And then it was a podcaster. I mean, he's been doing this for 20 years, apparently. 20 years. And he hates on everyone. He hates women with the kind of hating of women that only a gay man could know, but a nice way of hating women. Like, I'm your friend, but I know how to shit on you because I'm a gay man kind of way. But he struck gold when he started talking about Aaron. So Aaron's right about that. I mean, that's for sure. And Aaron has his foibles. Who he knows he's a doofus. But imagine that life. Both of them. Their show's dedicated to shitting on Aaron. And he admits I've said this a lot of times. He admits his fucking stupidity, at least. He oftentimes can't read the room, which is why it's easy for people to create shows around him. But is that what Melty wanted to do with his life? No, I think he wanted to be, at least in musical theater. We've all seen that video. I think he at least wanted to do stand-up. Certainly doesn't do that anymore. Wanted to maybe podcast and can't do that unless it's talking about Aaron. So, yeah, are you making money? But what's it all worth? To pretend you're going to box Aaron? God, I wish I could see it. That would be amazing. I would buy a ticket. I would spend my last dollar to see that for real. I wouldn't know whether to laugh, cry, or throw up. I don't know what I would think, but I like that they go back and forth at each other like this. Maybe they both know they're making money from this. I'm sitting here talking about it right now.
To go after his gym. Imagine thinking this is a win for you. Imagine thinking this is anything but another win for the toe. Your obsession with me causes you to cause yourself stress in your own life and makes you pretend to be a news person. By the way, could not be a bigger red flag that you hate your own life. Like, you have to create this false life of a news person writing to a gym owner. So Scott goes, look what these idiots did now. And he sends it to me. Now, he writes, best regards, Luke Watson, Fox 9. Now, what's the first thing you would do? What's the first thing you would do if you were pretending that you were a reporter from Fox 9? First of all, you might maybe take on a name or a persona that's from that news network. Nope. Luke Watson. Scott's like, I Googled it right away. There's no fucking Luke Watson. Like, this person doesn't exist. And then he points to the top of the email and he goes, Aaron, don't you think if you were going to pretend to be a news guy, you might not send it from a Gmail account? I gotta say, Scott and I had a very good laugh at this childish attempt to try and strong.
That's something Toe always does too. Believe me, we laughed about this, and then we braided each other's hair, and then we went out to dinner, and he told me what a great boxer I was. I hate shit. I hate shitting on either of them, to be honest. We had a huge laugh about it. It's so funny. Then we sparred together and he said, "You can keep this key forever. Don't worry about it. It's all fine." Yeah, don't worry. I don't listen, it's Minnesota. I truly don't believe that, like, the poor man who's just trying to run a boxing gym, he was getting email after email about Aaron. And he's probably just like, okay, I don't know. Just let the man spar. He had a key for a while. Is that okay? And then Aaron's like, no, he's totally on my side. He thinks nothing of this. He loves me. He's always loved me. And then Melton's like, no, this is wonderful. And he has broken into the gym and I am not fat and I am perfectly fine and happy with my life. And I am a stand-up comic, or I was. And Aaron doesn't get to me. And he accepted my challenge to box, and I definitely would have done it if he weren't breaking into the gym. So silly. It's so fucking silly. Both of these. Both of them.
Arm a business owner pretending to be a news person.
We get it. I know, Toe.
I'm from Fox 9 at gmail.com. Go check that out. Go to like your local.
He's right. But okay, we get it. Yes, you right. The fan emailed the place. Bottom line, you guys shouldn't be trying to box each other if you have no intention of boxing each other. And then I do think it's a little bit, I understand that this is what Patrick has to do for money, but the fans, emailing in and emailing Scott. I guess it is fun. I'm sitting here watching it. It's horrible. It's horrible for everyone.